Hundreds filled the Palace Grand Banquet Hall Friday for the annual Reagan Day dinner hosted by the Hernando County Republican Party. We spoke with this year's keynote speaker, former U.S. Representative and Fox News contributor, Colonel Allen West, about what he thought of the highly contentious race between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump.
First thing I want to ask is, where do you stand with Donald Trump?
Well, the thing is, it's not so much me focusing on a person, because you having served in the Navy, you know, we take a note to a Constitution, not to an individual. And when I think about that Constitution, I think about who can do the most damage to it. So that makes my decision, you know, pretty easy. And the other thing I think about is a person that will be a commander-in-chief that will not abandon Americans to die in a combat zone and then lie about it. So that also helps my decision-making process.
Colonel West goes on to explain why Hillary Clinton continues to top Trump in the polls and why millennials may be the deciding factor in this year's election.
Why are people so drawn to her? And why isn't he just blowing her away in the polls?
Well, I think there are a lot of people that don't know, because if you look at certain media outlets, they're not talking about those issues. You know, most people, if you say Benghazi, they think that's the guy that lives down the street. And folks don't understand about this private email server. You know, the fact that, you know, Tim Kaine, the vice presidential candidate, said in the debate that, you know, nothing would happen to a member of the United States military if they would have, you know, been careless with classified material. You and I know that that's a lie. As a matter of fact, there's a young Navy petty officer that's about, well, he's headed off to jail now for about a year and a half. Because he took 6 photos in a classified portion of his submarine because he just wanted to be cool. So there are so many people out there that are not educated, not informed on these issues, and it's all about cult of personality, and it's all about breaking this glass ceiling.
So you think that this millennial implosion or explosion of millennials is what's going to cause, you know, the meltdown of Donald Trump's campaign?
Well, I will tell you that a lot of millennials, as a matter of fact, just last night I was speaking at the University of Notre Dame, and 3 nights ago I was at the University of Miami speaking at political science seminar. They're disillusioned with the entire political process, and they're not excited about any of it. This is a millennial generation that Barack Obama came along with hope and change. It failed them. They graduated college, high debt, no job opportunities. They believed in Bernie Sanders, and what Bernie Sanders do, he rolled over like a cute little puppy, and he got right in line. So they're looking for someone that they can believe in, and they still haven't found.
Okay, and lastly, the issues with the new things that come out about Donald Trump, the allegations that he's sexually assaulted all of these women. I mean, come on. I mean, doesn't this look just absolutely like, you know, let's save these just at the right moment? And they're not even, they haven't been, you know, confirmed yet.
They're not confirmed. It's the October surprise. Right. But what is really the height of hypocrisy was that when Bill Clinton was going through his travails, that we all remember quite well, Bill Clinton and really the people around him, the Democratic Party, famously said, you know, the American people aren't concerned with character, they're concerned with policy. So how interesting it is now that it's a different song that they're singing.
During his speech, Colonel West blamed the Obama administration and the Democrat Party for failed policies that have destroyed the inner cities, weakened the military, and damaged relations with Russia and other powers throughout Europe, the Middle East, and Asia.
Where do you see the greatest failure of progressive socialist policies? The decimation of the family, the lack of education opportunities, the lack of small business entrepreneurship and economic growth is in the urban areas and inner cities. We have a Marine Corps that's at World War I levels. We have a Navy that is at 1917 levels. We have an Air Force that's the oldest and smallest combat fleet since we created the modern United States Air Force. But remember, it was President Obama who sat on the stage in an off-mic moment with then Russian President Medvedev, and he said, after my re-election, tell Vladimir I'll have more flexibility. Who is the person that gave the Russian foreign minister a stupid little yellow box with a red button on top called a reset button? And now we're supposed to believe that this is the same person who's going to be tough on foreign policy with Vladimir Putin? Hillary Clinton has said that she is going to bring in hundreds of thousands of more Syrian refugees into the United States of America. Because this past week, a 22-year-old Syrian refugee was captured in Leipzig, Germany, building bombs. The same material that was used in Paris and in Brussels. Who do you think would be a better commander-in-chief to restore pride and respect and regard for our men and women?
Colonel West gave the following answer to an audience member when asked if he would accept a cabinet position under a President Donald Trump's administration.
I'm serving a dying country, So chances are we'll probably say yeah.
Reporting from the Reagan Day dinner in Spring Hill, I'm Tom Lemons.
Feeling good, like the accident never happened.
Hey, hold still.
So, great news. Things seem superficial, but you came to the right place.
Sir, would you like us to take you to the emergency room?
No, I'm gonna call my wife and have her take me to total chiropractic.
24/7 ER treatment without the ER wait.